Did you enjoy that as much as we did?
No, I didn't. I didn't enjoy it at all from a coach's point of view. I thought it was too spread. Distances were too big. I thought we dropped slightly too deep. We didn't trust. Trust the line. First half, attacking play fantastic. Some great attacking play. Should have come in probably 3-1, maybe even 3-2, because I had a couple of chances at half time. Some very, very good chances that we've had there. And then half time tried to sort out the non-negotiables, if you like, and a lot of young players playing today. Slightly too many, really, in terms of not natural leaders. And that was the bit we was winging it a little bit in terms of the communication. Not talent, not effort, not work rate, but communication. And and we weren't good enough at it. And where they picked us open or they got opportunities at goal was generally due to our average communication.
Again, as you've had before, a lot of attacking players in midfield. Is the blend quite right, do you think?
Well, no, it's not absolutely perfect, is it? Because we've got like 5 top players out, Corey Smith, Nagy, coming into that. You've got Callas, do you know what I mean? Just to name 3. And they're top players that do communicate and put out fires before they've even managed to get that bit of smoke, if you like.
How long
I didn't know where I was going with that one.
How long are we looking at with them? I mean, no, Callas is now 6 weeks or more.
Yeah,
Corey, a long time still?
Yeah.
Nagy, is he closer?
Nagy's closer, yeah. I mean, he potentially might even play the second game for Hungary in the Euro qualifier. So obviously if he does, then he'll be fine for Stoke.
Goals conceded today? How did you look at that?
Schoolboy, my opinion. It's the worst rule in football, that for the one where Taylor Moore touches it, it's offside by 4 yards. If Taylor Moore doesn't touch it, it's offside. But he's touched it, so I'm not blaming the referees, I'm blaming the rule. It's a stupid rule. It's actually a dangerous rule as well, because often you see centre forwards, centre halves and goalkeepers coming out and actually colliding. For me, offside's offside. Should be offside, particularly in the first phase. Second phase is a bit different, but first phase has got to be offside. And I thought leading up to the first, just a poor decision. 2 centre halves get caught under it. Both go for the same ball. One calls, one leaves it. Then all of a sudden you're stretched and inevitably, we're tapping it in for them at the far post.
A nice unbeaten run now building.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not being disrespectful to the point, because I think the point is any point's good against a side, particularly like Middlesbrough. But I felt the game was there to win today. I really did. And I think first half we should have come in a couple of goals to the good. I think second half they deserved to win the half. And that's sort of my assessment. I'm not sure you think that's fair, but that's how it feels to me.
It was almost like attack and defence at times, on end-to-end. Jonathan used the word basketball, and it was a bit like that.
Yeah, I thought it would be open, but I didn't expect it to be as open. I just felt it was a bit deep. Like, you could see me even 20 minutes into the game. I'm like, what? Why are you so deep? Get up. You know what I mean? And
you said you were trying to play them on the counter-attack. Was that not the plan? It's just how it worked out?
No, we weren't trying to play him. We try and play our way. We don't change. And particularly at home we don't change. So it wasn't about counter-attack. Yeah, position of strength, which is different to counter-attack, is all parts of the game. Counter-attack, build phase, and then of course you've got to be able to be good in both transitions. And we was good in the transition. We was fine on our build-up play, but we was too deep. And this is where the communication comes in my opinion. You've got communicators that love communicating. Then all of a sudden somebody else is influenced, and that's where the leadership comes from.
That kind of last 15 minutes, Lee, was pretty chaotic. What's it like for a coach when you're watching that? Are you just kind of thinking, let's hope?
Well, yeah, well, look, once we're down, I've just got to throw caution to the wind. No, I've got to get a goal back. So we ended up with Pereira right side centre half and Taylor Moore left side centre half, Baker in the middle, 2 wing backs, O'Dowda and Eliasson. Andy Vyman in the 10. Rowie has to move into midfield because Masengo goes off. Brownie in there and 2 strikers. So it was gung ho, if you like, just to try and get it back. Of course, then when Middlesbrough come back at us, it's a little bit, it's not really a defensive shape. So we had to try and get the goal back, and credit to the lads, they did do that, and the subs that came on. Good goal from Rowie, 2 good headed goals. And we go again. We banked the point. We've got a bit of work to do still in this couple of weeks, in my opinion, and to get a bit more consistency to our defending with that 11. If that 11 is going to go and play again at Stoke, then we need better communication, better consistency, because we need to keep clean sheets.
Do you think Ashley Williams will be ready for that game?
He might be, yeah. We play against Leeds in the game Monday at Elland Road, and then we'll see.
Do you think you just played one of the potential promotion candidates, or do you see Middlesbrough as a team in transition now?
Yeah, I see them as a team in transition. Obviously, they've got good players. There's no doubt on that. But yeah, I think that like anybody in this division, there's probably they're one of like 10, 12 teams that sort of pushing for that top 6. And they've got quality, like Bristol City and Fletcher seems to be at it now. Maybe he wasn't originally, which is good for them. And obviously they've got experience. I've always liked Clayton. I think he's a really good player at this level. And they've got a couple of young lads now, youth in the 2 full-back areas. So, yeah, I think that they're a good side, as good a side as any in those sort of 10 or 12 teams. And if they get the right bit of luck and a few on form, then, of course, they can go and have that run like all of us.
Lee, how's the guys that came off doing Noah Masengo and Jack Hunt? Did they come off with knocks?
Yeah. Jack Hunt had a back spasm, and I don't even know what was up with Masengo. I think it was a bad tackle, wasn't it? So I hear. Someone lunged in. Yeah, I haven't seen it, to be honest, but you got to expect that in the Championship. And if you're 18 years old, yeah, we want the protection from the refs, but it's going to happen, so you've got to be able to deal with it. And I thought he was good in the first half, with the work that he done, and he won a few headers, he played a nice few balls. And he was a big part of our good play in the first half.
International break, a good time for you to patch up something?
Yeah, it's a good time. I think it does become intense, and I think for all of us, the lads, even like small things, like the lads moving into their accommodations. Obviously, we've got quite a few on international duty as well, even some that haven't been playing, so it gives them some games, which is good. Gives me a bit of a 3 or 4 day rest, because actually my break hasn't been too good because of the amount of transfer activity that we had to go through. And Mark Ashton should get himself away as well for 3 or 4 days, and managed to book a little very short stay away.
Just last one from me. Callum O'Dowd, a nice little cameo from him. How's he doing? Obviously he's out of contract, isn't he, at the end of the season? So.
Yeah, and obviously we still want to try and resolve that. We just see how that pans out. We are still actively talking, and in my opinion, like, he should stay and he should sign and he should crack on and really develop his career from that sort of base where a club likes him, supports him and wants him to do well.
Thank you.
Thank you.